Good evening. It is the 1st of June 2020. I hope you're doing fine and a happy new month to you. My name is Daisy Paul and my sign language interpreter is Naomi. Thank you so much for joining us for the broadcast tonight and welcome. Now, to our first story today, Kenya has today celebrated Madaraka Day, which commemorates 57 years since we gained independence. And in a different way from other years, having 46 guests invited to attend the national celebrations. The president who led prayers in State House urged Kenyans to be united as the fight against corona pandemic continues and we shall be victorious. As the Deputy President William Ruto said, As the Deputy President Dr. William Ruto said, as much as the government has to grapple with tough decisions when faced with challenges, the coronavirus pandemic has caused a huge challenge. He has therefore called upon leaders and Kenyans across the country to support the president and the government in the bid to fight the virus. Margaret Campbell has a detailed report.
Unlike previous years where the celebrations are usually characterized by pomp and color, this year's fete were held at the State House, Nairobi, with a limited number of invited guests due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which calls for social distancing. In his address, President Uhuru Kenyatta directed the Ministries of Interior and Education to work on guidelines and protocol on the gradual reopening of places of worship and schools.
In this regard, and conscious of the emerging trend of infections, I am hereby directing that the Ministry of Education fast-tracks and finalizes the ongoing consultations with all stakeholders that will provide us with an appropriate calendar for the gradual resumption of education in the country. The guidelines should also include protocols to be followed by all learning institutions in order to guarantee not only the safety of our children, but the safety of their parents and grandparents.
Uhuru said the ministry should consult religious institutions on resumption of church services without putting the lives of Kenyans at risk.
I have also directed that the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Health, to continue and hasten their engagement with religious leaders across the country with the objective of developing protocols that will be adopted to guide a more participatory way of worship while guaranteeing the safety of worshippers.
The president admitted that parents and children, particularly those preparing for the national examinations, were anxious to know the way forward. Uhuru emphasized that the containment measures and protocols issued by the government were absolutely necessary.
The containment measures and protocols issued by the government, while absolutely necessary, we also recognize have constrained our freedoms and indeed, as the Deputy President has just said, changed our way of life completely. I appreciate the anxiety that is weighing heavily on the minds of parents and children, particularly those preparing for the national exams. And I share the heavy hearts of all the faithful who can no longer congregate and share in worship of the Almighty.
Further, the president commended healthcare workers for all the response they had given in response to the pandemic. He also recognized the researchers and innovators, including the team of university students that designed and built a customized ventilators.
I also wish today, and on behalf of an eternally grateful nation, to recognize and commend our healthcare workers for giving their all in support of our response to this pandemic. I also want to recognize our researchers and innovators, including the team of university students that designed and built a customized ventilator. The country is also indebted to the thousands of Kenyans who provided meals for our law enforcement manning checkpoints and our artists who raised awareness of the virus through their music and artwork.
Your intervention, as you mobilized government to provide guidelines, every Kenyan across this nation is now part of the big army to try and deal with the COVID-19 pandemic.
President Kenyatta also highlighted some of the achievements his administration has achieved, including building of roads. Reporting for Mwangaza Primetime News, I'm Margaret Campbell.
It is the first public appearance of President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy Dr. William Ruto since the political wind started blowing, seeming to separate the two. The division in the Jubilee Party has seen some leaders, those seen to be aligned to the deputy president, being de-whipped from their positions. Today's meeting was not only official but saw the two topmost leaders in the country share light moments, raising questions from majority who publicly read hatred and divorce of their political marriage. It came as a surprise to many after the two seemed to go back to their first relationship after the same attire from the suit. After being with the same attire from the suit, the tie and the shoes. On the social media, many Kenyans expressing their views have termed these as unanswered prayers since majority have been praying for the reunion of the two.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuweza kupokea salute hiyo kutoka kwa bendi zetu za majeshi ya ulinzi. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuweza kupokea salute hiyo kutoka kwa bendi zetu za majeshi ya ulinzi.
With the effects and the spread of coronavirus in the country, this year's Mashujaa Day has been celebrated in a unique way, as Kenyans did this from their homes with Nyayo Stadium remaining unoccupied. With this, the President led the celebrations from the State House, which was aired live across the country as a substitute to the entire activity from different venues. In the event, and for the first time in Kenya, for 57 years, the President, his deputy, and the entire parade were in masks throughout the event, and the military maintaining distance amongst themselves. Our reporter Margaret Kamau details.
We went one-on-one to the Nyayo Stadium in Nairobi County, where thousands of Kenyans met to celebrate Madaraka Day. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, the stadium is empty, and birds taking advantage of the stadium being empty. It's been 57 years since Kenya gained independence, and I'm in Nairobi County, Nyayo International Stadium, where thousands and thousands of Kenya gather to celebrate together. Joseph Makau, a businessman who deals with electronics, explains that because of the pandemic, his business has been affected, saying his clients no longer order electronic gadgets from him. And everything is not as it used to be, as he cannot join together with family and friends for the celebrations.
Okay, naitwa Joseph Makau, mwenyeji wa kutoka side za Allsops, lakini unaona kwa leo niko hapa Uhuru Highway kishughulia kijobu hivyo ambapo sikutarajia. Madaraka ni siku yenye Kenya kama tulipata ile huru ya lakini unaona kwa shughuli zenye zimetupata kwa huu muda sasa hatujaweza kabisa. Tena hata kimamiela hauwezi sherehekea kwa leo. Si unaona hata leo niko kazi. Kwa maoni yangu kibiashara Jumi huwa na supply vitu za electronics. Sana sana hadi wenye huwa wananiagiza nikiwapigia simu wananiambia tuongoje corona ishe. Sijui ngoja corona ishe, ngoja tuone venye kutakuwa. Otherwise kama ni mambo na kujivijari na marafiki sababu ya social distancing na tunakatazwa kukua pamoja. Hatungeweza hata kukutana kwa leo mahali tusherehekee. Kabisa ingewezekana.
We met with another businessman, Hesbon, at the Uhuru Park grounds in Nairobi County, who explained that the pandemic has affected his business and that the way people used to go to the grounds for fun, they can no longer go, and that this Madaraka celebration is different from the rest that have been there.
Okay, mimi naitwa Hesbon. Nimetoka Zima. Ndio nimekaa huku hivi kupiga hustle kiasi. Ukiangalia hapo mbeleni kabla hii corona ikam yenyewe kulikuwa na do. Alafu na tukiangalia na sasa hivi yenye corona imeingia hivi yenyewe do imekuwa ngumu sana kupatikana. Yaani hata watu kama outing ni ngumu sana. Yaani unapata mtu mmoja na watu sasa vile venye corona imekam mtu kabla buy kitu kama abai tu kitu yani ni ngumu sana. So yani busy go down sana.
The stadium that is to be filled with capacity of people is now empty due to the coronavirus pandemic that our country is facing right now. Reporting for Mwangaza TV, Nyayo Stadium, Nairobi County, Margaret Kamau.
ODM leader Raila Odinga has urged Kenyans who are not following the government's directives to comply to the orders so as to avoid destruction in the country, adding that it is not for the government's sake but for ourselves and our families. In his statement, he uttered that every single struggle requires sacrifice if we are to win. Therefore, we should look into patriotism, respect for our nation, dignity for our people, sacrifice and personal responsibility in goals to the battle against the pandemic. We hereby need to work as one people and nation with resilience and mood to fight, and we will surely overcome.
Under these very unique circumstances, I take this opportunity to wish all our citizens and friends of Kenya a very happy and rewarding Madaraka Day. I salute our dedicated health workers who have risked their lives to lead the battle against the COVID-19 from the front and made all the difference with regard to saving lives. I salute the dedicated civil servants, particularly the Ministry of Health, who continue giving all their best to keep us informed and safe by analyzing the trends and providing us with accurate information on where we are and what we need to do as a nation to win this battle. I particularly want to thank our Minister for Health, Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, for leading the team in the ministry in such a gallant struggle. More importantly, I salute our citizens who have taken personal responsibility in the battle against the pandemic, in addition to following the government guidelines on how to defeat the coronavirus. I wish to urge the few Kenyans who are refusing to listen to the advice by the government by desisting from overcrowding, from washing their hands with soaps and sanitizers, from going to overcrowded funeral services, and so on, that they are doing a great disservice to this country. and urge them to do what the government has been saying. You are not doing it for somebody else, you are doing it for yourself. And so doing, you will be protecting your family and you will be protecting other fellow Kenyan citizens.
And with that report, we're taking a very short break, but don't go too far. We're coming back with much more. Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. The Council of Governors Chairperson Wycliffe Oparanya has said that all counties have set high standard measures as a way to fighting the virus. Thanking the government for the support since the first day of coronavirus report, he has asked the government to give most of the affected counties more cash to be able to handle those infected with the virus, which increases by day.
As counties, we fully support the Big Four agenda. We have finalized the preparation for the enrollment of the universal health coverage, signed the MOU on affordable housing, and further, we are committed to enhancing the Buy Kenya, Build Kenya initiative. We are happy that Kenyans can see that your administration is working closely with the 47 county governments to ensure successful implementation of devolution in the country. Today, Your Excellency, my message is simple. Let us continue strengthening the existing collaboration, cooperation, and dialogue so that we realize the dream for better Kenya.
The coronavirus pandemic has seen the 57th Madaraka Day celebrations held at the State House this year, despite having been scheduled to be held in Kisii County. Last year, the national event was held at Narok Stadium, whereby the county benefited economically as the national government spent on infrastructure as well as renovation of the stadium. This time, the goodies have been locked out due to the coronavirus pandemic. Alvin Odera, who is a patriot and an artist in Narok County, has since decided to sensitize members of the public on the importance of washing hands and wearing masks. The 30-year-old, who entertains Kenyans during national celebrations, today decided to move across the streets of Narok town as he continues to campaign for Kenyans to maintain hygiene. Stella Karaoke has a report.
Happy 57.
Alvin Odera, who is a patriot and an artist in Narok County, has since decided to sensitize members of the public on the importance of washing hands and wearing masks. The 30-year-old, who entertains Kenyans during national celebrations today, decided to move across the streets of Narok town as he continued to campaign for Kenyans to maintain hygiene. He moves around the town, his body painted in the Kenyan flag to attract attention. The father of one carried a water can on his back and soap in his hand.
Nimejitokea tena mara nyingine, sijachoka kwa kuhimiza wananchi. Kando na kuwa tunasherehekea miaka 57 ambao Mungu ametupatia, pia bado tusisahau tuko na vita ama tuko kwa vita na adui wetu akiwa tu ni mmoja anaitwa COVID-19. Kwa hivyo wananchi, ili kupigana na huyu corona, tunasema tu weka mask. Zaidi ya yote, social distance ni muhimu tena sana. Usisahau kunawa mikono mara kwa mara.
He gets huge attention as he engages traders, taxi operators, boda operators and passers-by in his works. At the Narok Stadium, Odera reminisces how national celebrations are usually held, but this time round, the seats at the stadium remain empty and silent.
Lakini sasa hivi ukiangalia Madaraka ambao tunasherehekea 57 ni tofauti na zingine, maana kuwa kuna ile watu kuja kujumuika pamoja, kuja kufurahia tena kama wananchi kwa sababu wamefungiwa na hii corona. Lakini hata hivyo wananchi bado wako na wanazidi kushikilia imani ile tu corona imetunyima raha ya kushikana na kusherehekea kwa pamoja.
According to the artist, there is dire need to keep reminding Kenyans of the importance of maintaining hygiene in a bid to reduce the spread of coronavirus. He said as a patriot celebrating the 50th Madaraka Day, the message today remains for Kenyans to wash their hands. Mr. Odero said this year's celebrations are different since there is no gathering around as Kenyans have to maintain social distance. The artist expressed that Kenyans have been responding positively as he spreads the message for the public to stay safe.
Kwa vile natembea kuna wale wanapata kupata hii ujumbe kwa pia kwa kunawa mikono, na kuna wale tu bado wanasema hawaamini janga liko na ambao siwezi waambia wasikue na hiyo mentality. Kwa hivyo yenye naweza sema tu ni kuwa wana respond vizuri. Kuna wengine pia wanasema kweli through wewe ndio tunapata hii ujumbe. Kwa hivyo naweza sema watu wanafurahia, na ni ile tu ningetaka kuhimiza watu mtu yote yuko pale nje ambao ananisikia kuja tuna support yote ile tuweze kuja kueneza ujumbe ya corona. Kwa hivyo tutasema tu ni hayo.
He however said his patriotism doesn't have any financial support despite the government setting aside funds for artists to educate Kenyans on COVID-19. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News at Narok, I'm Stella Kariuki.
Over 20 houses were torched in Riongo, Tiati sub-county by police officers doing operation in the area to recover illegal firearms. A visit to Riongo showed the extent of destruction, with shops being vandalized. At Lorok, police have erected road blocks to deny journalists access. We were forced to go using panya routes. According to residents, the police came in the morning with 4 personnel carrier where they shot and burnt houses, shopping center, and 23 donkeys shot dead. The operation is ongoing, but the residents are calling upon the police to look for bandits.
Sasa kufika tunaangalia center imewaka moto. Shida ni nini? Kuna nini inaendelea? Nini imelipuka tujui. Kufika ukiona vile unaona hii nyumba ilikuwa imejaa. Kwa sababu hatujauza chochote kwa sababu ya kuna gonjwa tunasikia inaitwa corona. Hakuna hatufai kuuza kitu. Hatufai kuuza chochote. Sasa kufika hiyo investment yote ilikuwa imejaa. Nyumba imefanywa hivi. Marisasi sijui hata hii inaitwaje. Hii ni risasi ama? Imejaa, imetapaka kila mahali. Hata ukiangalia sasa hizi unaona kila mahali. Nyumba imeangushwa. Hii ndio investment tulikuwa tunatumia peke yetu. Hatujui tumefanyia nini. Kuangalia ni maafisa wa serikali wamekuja kutumaliza badala ya kutusaidia. Na tunasikia kuna ugonjwa inaitwa corona. Tunasikia kuna msaada serikali inaleta. Kumbe msaada ndio hii. Pesa yote kwa sababu hatuna benki hapa ilikuwa hapa.
Tukakaa kidogo tunasikia kuna sauti ya magari inakuja. Tukakaa kidogo wakakuja. Tukaona ni wale tu juzi walipita hapa, lakini juzi walikuwa vivaru 3 na lori 4. Walikuwa 7, lakini leo ilikuwa vivaru 4. So vivari hao ni ya serikali, wanatoka tu hapo Chemolingo juu watu walikuwa wanatupigia ndio hao wanakuja. Tulikuwa tunatarajia wanakuja pengine kuangalia vile hewa iko ama wanaenda kuangalia ama kuleta vitu zingine. Lakini immediately venye alipika kwa center tu walianza kushoot risasi ambapo sisi walitufanya tutoweke. Tukatoroka. Wakashoot risasi zote kila nyumba wakachipanga na waka vandalize, wakangoa na wakachoma. Hizo nyumba zote ya hapa ilikuwa 21. Alafu kuna moja ijajengwa mzuri ikakuwa yote 22. So wakachoma yote na wakapiga risasi. Hata ukiangalia hapa bila doubt, any reasonable doubt, imeandikwa KDF bullet. Niliokota hapa kwa nyumba yangu. Wakachoma hii nyumba yangu, kulikuwa na unga mingi. Juzi lori tulilete. So tunaleta gunia 200, sukari 100 na gunia ya unga ni 100. Inakuwa zote 200 na vitu zingine ya duka kama soda, kama vifaa vingine ya kuuza. So hii nyumba yangu ina supply the rest of the houses ama the rest of the dukas.
Despite the fact that the corona pandemic has caused a gigantic destruction in the country, different organizations have asked the government to open doors so as to raise the nation's economy. According to Richard Gatia, who is the chairman, it is worth it for invention of different means to ensure the restabilization of the country's economy. He added that small investors in the business world are facing a big challenge due to the government's directives in curbing the virus. Kelvin Kariba tells more.
Ngatia, who was addressing the press in his office in Nairobi, said some of the affected traders have been rendered penniless. The chamber boss noted that what is required for business to resume is the individual responsibility on the part of the trader and their clients, and they only need to comply with the rules and guidelines set out by the Health Ministry.
His Excellency, the President Uhuru Kenyatta, said early this week, we cannot live in a lockdown, and I agree with him. We cannot live in a lockdown forever. Currently, the economy is dwindling. Every sector of the economy is at its lowest. This means we have to make difficult decisions with the guidance of professionals. That is the Ministry of Health. This is the right thing to do.
Ngatia, however, made proposals he believes will make it possible for businesses to operate in the face of COVID-19. He suggested a well-coordinated approach where the chamber will work in liaison with governments, agencies and other stakeholders to ensure businesses operate while complying with all the health guidelines. Through the KNCCI chapters in the 47 counties, Ngatia said they will be able to comply with all mechanisms put in place by the national and county governments. He emphasized that even customers will be forced to fully comply with the health guidelines such as social distancing. Another condition Ngatia said will be put in place is compulsory fumigation of all the high-risk areas, which include marketplaces and hotels. The fumigations will be done regularly.
We as the Chamber of Commerce are of the opinion that a well-coordinated approach in liaison with the relevant authorities, stakeholders and government agencies, we shall moot a program to see it that no business premises, facility or even establishment operates without being 100% compliant. The national and county governments have up, bottom and below up mechanisms which we shall supplement through all our 47 county chamber chapters. That is a commitment. As the chamber president, I am committing that we shall work in partnership with the private sector, social sector, and also the public sector to make sure that we adhere to regulations, guidelines that have been provided by the Ministry of Health as we conduct our business.
Ngatia, however, commended and thanked President Uhuru Kenyatta, saying he has shown goodwill to the private sector besides trying to reach out to all sectors to ensure commerce in the country remains sustainable. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, Kelvin Kariba.
And with that report by Kelvin Kariba, we come to the end of our broadcast tonight. Many thanks for staying with us. My name is Daisy Paul and my sign language interpreter is Naomi. Have a lovely evening.